Hello, everybody, and welcome to Joy Factor. Once again, I have a very special guest, Cathy Carphin, with me. Today, my name is Sue, and I'll do the land acknowledgement. I come to you from the unceded traditional and ancestral territories of the Coast Salish people, in particular the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. I do a land acknowledgement as a matter of promoting healing and contributing to the reconciliation process here in Canada. Hi, Cathy.
And I am from on Vancouver Island in Victoria. I am on the unceded territories of the, Lekwungen speaking people, but specifically the Esquimalt and Saanich and Songhees communities.
So, Cathy, welcome.
Thank you, Sue.
And so let's start off with as we were chatting earlier, we talked about this being not your actual point of expertise, but something that you believe is worth talking about because there is value to share with people that are perhaps going through a grieving process, or even if they're just feeling some pain in their body that doesn't seem um, like it doesn't seem normal to them, or they don't recall having an injury. So do we want to begin there?
Yeah, so I am a grief coach.
Right.
So just maybe briefly to say the difference between a coach and a counselor is a
Ah,
counselor is trained to really delve more into the psychological reasons for whatever issue the person's presenting with them.
okay.
That's not what I do. And the
Mm,
reason I say that is because what we're going to talk about is a little bit outside of my area of expertise. And that's because all of us experience pain, and pain is the body's uh, natural, proper, built-in system to tell us something is wrong.
mm,
And but how much we need to delve into that, really depends on, do we only need to be alert to it? Typically, we need to seek out a specialist of some kind, medical doctor, or as we'll talk about down the road, perhaps a therapist.
hmm
Yeah, so I guess that like grieving is a natural and important process when we're faced with some kind of trauma that impacts our sense of safety and well-being,
mm,
who we are, what our world has been. Somehow we have to, manage that thing that happened and how we're going to move forward from it. And that's how this issue of pain that doesn't seem to have a direct cause, it's not like we fell and broke our leg or something, but somehow we have back pain or we have muscle spasms or whatever it might be. And believe me, I've had lots of those. Um, and and I'll maybe share a wee little bit about my awareness of this mind-body issue
mm.
a little bit further down the road. But you know, this mind-body connection. There's a lot of information on YouTube, and I love YouTube because, boy, could sit and be entertained the entire day
I
with
know
all
who
kinds
needs
of
cable anymore.
with all kinds of topics. And there's a lot of information about the mind-body connection. So I
Mm,
really just kind of wanted to bring it up because it does crop up in the area of grieving.
hmm
Um, so I guess to sort of back up a little bit, um, the mind, the body, the brain body, the whole system is set up to keep us safe, to keep us whole, to keep us healthy. And, environmentally, we do crop up against um, injury and illness, and the body is designed to look after itself. one of the mechanisms is creating pain. So, if you've fallen and you've broken your leg, it's going to be painful, and you're going to seek out, in our case, at this stage of the world, you're going to seek out a medical professional, and they're either going to reset the bone, or they may have to go in and do some surgery, or maybe it's just a simple thing of some pain medications, a cast, and maybe some physiotherapy when you're done. But the medical model is you fix the injury and the pain will go away.
Mm.
But that is not always how it works.
Mm.
And it's that pain that doesn't go away, or that recurs in that same spot, or pops up in some other area that we didn't have any injury to.
Mhm.
And what is that about? And, so that's what this idea of mind-body connection is. And I guess, from my point of view, what we do know about is the sympathetic nervous system. It is well, our autonomic nervous system is the whole mechanism. The sympathetic nervous system is the part of our brain that keeps an eye out for threat.
Mm.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my.
We've also learned, we live life, and we perceive other things as being threatening to our sense of well-being. And you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Mhm.
Good, remind me.
You've got the bottom, which is food, shelter, and clothing.
Yep,
Um, and then you've got the next one, which is safety.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
Yeah. And then as you go, the top of the pyramid is self-actualization.
yeah. And in between, there's community
Mm.
and self-agency, a sense of control in the world. So we learn as adults, as even as young people, we learn that the world isn't always a safe place. And never mind falling and breaking a leg or skinning your knee, there are just sort of life circumstances that we've come to understand undermine one or more areas of that Maslow's, hierarchy of needs. And so the more that happens, the more the brain takes that on as another lion, tiger, or bear,
Mm.
right? And so every time something like that occurs, bam, the central nervous system sends a bunch of hormones through the body, gets our muscles, heart, and lungs prepared for running or fighting. But there isn't anything to run or fight,
Mm.
right? And so those hormones just kind of float around in the body doing their damage because they're constantly being fed. And the other side of that is the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the calming.
Calming down, I think, is a really good solution. On this channel, in my shorts, you'll see episodes called Creating Calm, and those are daily reflections that allow us to reflect on what are the things that we need to create calm in our life. So
Mhm.
there's for anybody that wants that resource, it's there as well. And again, the Shameless Pug for Kathy's book coming out. Give us the title, Kathy.
Oh, it's called Please Don't Give Me Something More to Worry About.
Okay. It was a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate you coming on and being a guest, as always, for Joy Factor and sharing your wisdom as a grief coach. So, Kathy is a grief coach, and that's what she does. So, and her links will be below. So, Kathy, once again, thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you next time, whenever that may be.
Whenever that is. Yes, always a pleasure, Sue. And
Thank
and
you.
appreciate your opening up the little shorts for calm. So, so, so important, those reminders.
Yeah. Well, check them out.
Yeah,
Okay. Thanks, Kathy, and have a great day.
you too, Sue. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.